I love keyword transformations, and so do you, right? Of course you do, because all of the cool kids do, and I'm a cool kid, and if you're not, then go away, because only cool kids are allowed here. Oh God. My name is Toby, this is Smash English, and here are 5 C1 Advanced keyword transformations. Let's start with the best thing ever. Smash English, live, on stage, in front of millions of people, worshipping me, like a god. And you guys want to come, obviously, but you can't because the stadium is full. And that's a terrible thing. Let's start by eliminating repeated pieces of information. I wanted to watch Smash English Live is the same as I would have seen Smash English Live. So we can eliminate this. Now we need to find another way of saying there were too many people in the stadium. First, let us think about the grammar structure. Our first clause starts with if, and that means that we need a conditional. We love conditionals. Yes? Yes. Our second clause contains would plus have plus a past participle. That means that our second clause is part of the third conditional. This means our first clause, our clause with if, can either be a second conditional or a third conditional. Our original sentence is talking entirely about the past, and we use the second conditional to talk about an imaginary present or an imaginary future, and this means that our first clause will be the third conditional, because the third conditional talks about the past. Yeah? Yeah. So, we need if plus subject plus the past perfect. Remember, the third conditional is talking about an unreal past, an imaginary past. So our answer needs to be the opposite of there were too many people in the stadium. What is our subject then? Well, our subject is the stadium. So this gives us if the stadium had. If plus subject plus the past perfect, and the auxiliary verb of the past perfect is had, and that's why I put had after the subject, right? Yeah. Crowded is an adjective, and this adjective corresponds to too many people in our original sentence. So is an adverb that we use to modify adjectives. So this means that the adverb so should come before our adjective crowded. This gives us if the stadium had been so crowded. We've put be here because crowded is an adjective and we need the verb be. But because had is part of the past perfect, after had we need the past participle form of the verb be. So if the stadium had been so crowded, right? Yeah. But remember, the stadium was crowded in the past. This is true, and we use the third conditional to talk about an imaginary past, so we need to make it negative. If the stadium had not been so crowded. And we're done. Oh, and if you want to learn more about the third conditional, then watch that video. There, you'll learn all about it and you'll give me another view. And I desperately need them because this channel is doing terribly. And Toby, for the record, like if Smash English did perform live, it would definitely not be too crowded. Unless you did it like somewhere really small, like your bedroom or something. Hey, that's a good idea, you know. Toby in concert in his bedroom. No, oh my God, Toby, what is wrong with you, you sicko? This is very true. I'm a doctor, and you should believe everything I say. This is one of those horrible questions where, if you don't know, then you don't know. And yeah, I know, that's not exactly helpful. We need to find another way of saying you should never. And our keyword here is account. This requires an inversion with the fixed expression on no account. So, our answer is, on no account should you go a day without watching Smash English. This structure is an inversion because the modal verb should is before the subject, like we do in questions, but this is not a question. If you want to learn more about inversion, because you're thinking, Toby, why are we doing this? I don't understand. I'm really confused. You can watch a video about it here. And this is definitely not true. So, we have I have, and have is the auxiliary verb of the past perfect. Our keyword is the verb run, and this could be the past participle. So, let's put run after have. I have run. Yeah. Now we have, because I have run, ideas. This part of the sentence corresponds to I do not know what else to do. Well, in the past, I had ideas, but now I don't. I had lots of ideas in my head, I've used all of them, and now I do not have any left. Can you think of a phrasal verb with run that expresses this idea? To run out. I am making this video because I have run out of ideas. Remember, you can also run out of battery. You can run out of motivation. You could run out of flour, which could be a terrible thing if you wanted to make pancakes. So I'm really sorry. Buy some more flour. Flour these days is expensive, isn't it? And what am I talking about? But seriously, if you want to learn more about phrasal verbs with run, then watch this video here. But don't run there. No, walk there, because you could fall over and hurt your knee, and that'd be awful, wouldn't it? Yeah. Do you remember what I said about being a doctor? Good, because that applies here too. This sentence is definitely true. So, we need another way of saying when it comes to YouTube channels. Our keyword is far, and our first word is as. So, can you think of a fixed expression containing as and far? How about as far as? Yeah. Okay, so as far as, concerned. So, what is this phrase concerning? Well, our original phrase is when it comes to YouTube channels, so this phrase is concerning YouTube channels, which gives us as far as YouTube channels are concerned. And there's our answer. Yeah. But actually, this is a useful expression. You can introduce your opinions with as far as I'm concerned. For example, as far as I'm concerned, the best people in the world are Patricia, Veronica, Nuno Romadus, my saviour, Inigo, Mauro Baldac, someone from France, and Yova. They donated. I celebrated. And then that culminated in me saying thank you right now. Thank you. If these videos are helping you, then please do consider helping me with your money. As always, the links will be in the comment section and the description. Bruce, we're almost done. Where are you? I'm not coming in today, Toby. Why not? Oh, I'm sick. I think I've got the flu. No, you don't. What were you doing last night? Nothing. I told you, Toby. I'm sick. Why? Oh, 3, 2, 1. Right. All right then. before we begin, in this sentence, what does as mean? As here means because, and so after because, we need a subject. Our subject here is Bruce, so let's put the third person pronoun he after as. Now we have Bruce won't be here as he, the flu yesterday. Our keyword down is a preposition, and we still need to put a verb in this clause. So that suggests that we need a phrasal verb with the preposition down. Can you think of a phrasal verb with down that we use with illnesses? I don't know if you can, because you're just looking at me through a screen, but I'm going to pretend that you can. Yes, well done. You can come down with an illness, and this means to get sick with an illness or to catch an illness. So, well done. You got it right. Oh yeah, and remember our second clause is in the past, so everything needs to be in the past simple. Bruce won't be here as he came down with the flu yesterday. And yes, of course, if you want to learn more about phrasal verbs with come, then I've got a video right here. I mean, I've got a video for everything, so just watch all of my videos, please. Thanks. Yeah. And with that, we are finished. Those were 5 C1 Advanced keyword transformation exercises, and I had a great time. So I'm going to have a bath, put on my Jimmy Jams, and go to bed. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.